All right, thank you. I'm calling this special meeting on capital planning to order. I declare that there's a quorum of committee members present and note that the media has been given proper notice pursuant to the Freedom of Information Act. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
All right, do we have a second? I'll second it. Any discussion? All in favor of this motion, respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay. So this motion is approved. I think I saw Dr. Wigfall on here. So 3-0. So the only agenda item is authorized to approve a contract for demolition of a portion of Hanahan Middle School. Dr. Karen Whitley, you are recognized.
Okay, I don't see Dr. Whitley.
Is she on with somebody else?
Hey, this is Mac. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
We hear you.
I am calling. I was texting, make sure I didn't see Dr. Whitley, but I'm making sure she's available. Let me get her now.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a quick rundown from them. Essentially they're wanting to begin this project. I think there's some abatement in this demolition, setting up fencing, and then starting to demolish a portion of the facility to get ready for the Hanahan Middle contract to begin January, I hope, right, Michael?
As soon as possible.
I'll give it another minute for.
And Joe, I can fill in some blanks as well. So the demolition portion, that price is known and ready. They're still working on the GMP for the larger project. And so this was a way to go ahead and begin the demolition. And then once we have the GMP for the larger project, it's actually an exhibit that you just attach to the existing document. So this would be the approval of both the demolition portion and the reconstruction portion, but we would come back with the GMP to have that approved for the construction portion.
Appreciate that, Brett.
Mr. Baker, can you hear me?
I can. Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Good. Can I ask a question, or we're not ready for discussion? That's all.
Can you hear us now?
If Dr. Dixon's back.
He said to call in. I'm going to call in.
So, Joe, if you would like, I can go ahead and make a motion so we can put it on the floor for discussion.
Sure.
We hear Dr. Whitley now. Dr. Whitley, we hear you.
Oh, they can hear us.
So I'm going to go ahead and make a motion to approve a contract for the demolition of portion of Hanahan Middle School in the amount of $330,000.
We are seeking approval to move forward with the demolition of 2 wings at Hanahan Middle School at a cost of $338,653. This cost will be incorporated into the guaranteed maximum price, which will be presented for final approval at the board meeting scheduled for January 6, 2025. Approval for demolition at this stage is critical to ensuring that the project remains on track. Delay in demolition could jeopardize our timeline for completing construction. The scheduled opening for the newly renovated Hanahan Middle School is August 2026. Beginning demolition immediately ensures adequate time for all subsequent construction phases to meet this deadline. The demolition cost will be seamlessly transferred into the GMP, ensuring financial transparency and alignment with the overall project budget. Approval tonight means keeping the project on schedule for the August 2026 opening, preventing delays that could result in increased cost, demonstrating commitment to providing a modern, safe, and functional educational environment for students and staff. We respectfully request approval of the demolition expenditure of $338,653. This approval is essential to maintaining our schedule and ensuring that the newly renovated Hanahan Middle School is ready to welcome students in August 2026. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Cindy, if you want to do the motion, sounded like you wanted to, and then
Yeah, then we can
yeah, I'll
have,
second it, and then Ms. Bradley, we can go right into discussions.
so I move that
Okay.
we approve the contract for demolition of a portion of Hanahan Middle School in the amount of $338,653 as presented by administration.
I will second that. And then Ms. Bradley, if you want to open the discussion.
I just have two quick questions. Was this not a part of the original contract, or is this a building that was not included in the original site renovation? I'm trying to see if this is a building that's already there that was not thought to be in the way, but now it's in the way, kind of thing.
No, the project's exactly the
This was
same.
in the original bid. We ceased negotiations with the first contractor, and now we're in negotiations with the second, and we need
Okay.
this demolition to continue.
So the first contractor's demolition was about the same amount. Do you remember, or it was just a overall bid? That was included in the original overall
bid. A little bit
bid?
more than the original bid from the other folks, but it also includes everything. It includes the abatement of the asbestos, and putting up a fence. That was not included in the first contractor's bid.
Okay. All right. I just wondered how it came up the second time around and not the first time. So that's why I was asking. I don't know what the first plan included. I don't exactly remember the details. So I just wanted to make sure it was nothing new per se, but something that should have been included and the first contractor did not include it. Is that what I'm understanding?
The scope of the work is actually the exact same. It's just that with the new contractor, we need approval of the new contract.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm through with the question. It sounds like it's something different that was not included in the first, but now in the second. So I'm not having any documents in front of me. I'm just going to end my questioning, but I just have concerns. So
Ms.
you
Bradley,
can
it's
proceed,
not a different.
sir.
Yeah, Ms. Bradley.
Huh?
Yeah, it's not a different. It's the same. Ms. Bradley, this is Dr. Dixon. What
Okay.
everyone is saying it's considered in the same contract, but
Yes,
what
sir.
it was, you remember in a previous board meeting, I think in November, we terminated a contract. So this is beginning a new contract.
Okay, again, just to be clear, I was not at the November board meeting when that happened. So I'm asking because I wasn't. So I just wanted to be clear. That's
Right.
all. I'm not causing
Yeah, so I was
confusion.
explaining.
I just want to ask.
I'm just explaining.
That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, I'm just
All right,
explaining for
all
you,
right.
for clarification.
Oh,
Thank you.
So since you mentioned that, can you tell me who the original contractor was and who the second one is? I did not hear the last part of Ms. Colt's motion, and I don't have it in front of me. The original contractor was
I think it was
who?
edifice, right?
Yes, sir. So the original contractor was Edifice Construction. And then
Okay.
the new contractor, I believe, is HG Reynolds, which during
Okay.
the CM process the district went through, they were the second ranked contractor. So the district went to them to negotiate Hanahan. So the previous contract, I'll try to answer your question. With Edifice, they were approved up through pre-construction services. So they didn't demolish anything. So once their contract stopped, then the new contract had to pick up that demolition. I don't think they have finalized the pricing for the entire project. but they need to keep this project going. So they want to start with the demolition and approve the $338,653 separately.
All right. We're negotiating the contract.
Say that again, Dr. Dixon, I didn't hear you.
We're currently negotiating. We're negotiating the contract.
So this is phase one, demolition, and then there's still a second part to come that we're negotiating at a later time.
To get the GMP
right?
Correct. That is stated to be brought January 6th.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. The motion can proceed on. Or are we through?
Sorry, I was muted. Any more discussion?
No, sir.
All right. So all in favor of this motion, respond by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
So all opposed, nay. So this motion is approved from a vote 3-0. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this committee meeting to hold a special called Board of Education meeting. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, so I have a motion. So I'll make the motion. Ms. Coates seconded it. And any discussion? All in favor of this motion, respond by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The motion is approved 3-0. Then I guess Sally's going to take over.
Yes, sir. Welcome to this Berkeley County Board of Education special meeting on December 4th, 2024. I call this meeting to order. I declare a quorum of members are present and the media has been notified pursuant to the Freedom of Information Act. I'll now entertain a motion to approve the agenda for the special meeting.
Motion.
Second.
There's a motion by Mr. Ramsey, a second by Mr. Baker to approve the agenda. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. I'm just going to real quick. Wofford's present, Ramsey's present, Baker's present, Davenport's present, Bradley's present, Wigfall's present, McQuillan's present, Coates is present.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I miss anybody who's online that I didn't just now call your name? All right, so the 2A and the only agenda item is the report from the Capital Planning Committee on the authorization to approve demolition for the portion of Hanahan Middle School. Mr. Baker, you're recognized.
Madam Chairwoman, the Committee on Capital Planning met just a few minutes ago, earlier this evening, on recommendation of the committee, I move to approve a contract for demolition of a portion of Hanahan Middle School in the amount of $338,653 as presented by administration.
It's a recommendation from committee, so no second is required. Is there any further discussion on the demolition contract for Hanahan Middle, a portion of Hanahan Middle School? I want to thank the administration. I'm sorry, also Kathy Littleton is present. Want to thank the administration for bringing this. We were not able to get this prepared before Monday night's meeting, but it's super critical to the Hanahan community that we move forward. So I appreciate everyone making time for a special meeting. We were very close on Monday, but did not get this in time for Monday night's meeting and did not want to wait a month to start this demolition. So that's the purpose of why we're doing it like we're doing it, but critical capital for our capital project for our team. And also thanks to Dr. Whitley and Dr. Dixon for continuing to, and Brett Galloway, other lawyers continuing to work through this so that we could bring this before the holidays. Any other discussions or questions about the contract? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. I'll now entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make the motion.
There's a motion by Mr. Ramsey.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. McQuillan. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Thank you all for your time. We are adjourned.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.